I can't see my stream. Oh, what a start. I can't see my stream. Uh, right. This is weird. Annoyingly weird. Right. Um. Hmm. Uh. Ah. Ah, there we go. I can see myself now. I can actually see that I'm live. How annoyingly weird. Yeah, it's because I scheduled it. Because I'm still not quite used to the scheduling for Streamlabs right now. So it's a little bit weird for me to try and do it because I had to go to the schedule, click on the stream, then had to turn on everywhere else I was going to be live, which is annoying because I thought that would already be done automatically, but it wasn't. And then I had to figure out how to get rid of the whole bloody schedule thing that was in front of me. But I've done it. I've done it. It's all done. It's all good. And yes, you are annoying, but you're not that annoying. Oh dear. Yeah. So wow. It's the first live I've been up done for a little while, but I just figured I'll just do a hangout. So, any questions? I've got this subscriber count up here, but for some reason it's saying 87. It should be saying 77. I have a goal here for 100 by the end of July. I think that's quite a good number to go for, but I don't know why it's got the wrong number in. I think what I'll do. Let me reset it. This won't take long. I hope. Uh, okay, now I gotta remember that it's month, year, month, yeah, month, day, year. Right, hopefully that will show the right number. Does that show the right number? Yes, done it. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There's a lot you can do with Streamlabs. There's a lot you can do with Streamlabs, which is awesome. And it's actually cheaper than StreamYards, which is really, really odd. Um, but yeah. So oddly, the chat box. Well, no, I disabled the chat boxes. I don't need to see it because I've got it right next to me here. But as I'm streaming on X and Twitter and that, I might just actually turn it on. I think I'll make it visible. There we go. So we can all see the chat. I just realised I haven't opened the other locations. Yeah, I thought it was a nice polo. I haven't had a polo shirt in a while, and just thought I'd get my logo. It's not bad, not bad. It'll do the job. It's better than a t-shirt with a hole in it. If you, I don't know if you probably didn't notice because it's usually below the camera, but at the top on the t-shirt, at the top above the logo, there's a little, or just under the sci-fi quest part of the logo is like a little hole, and it's like, where did that come from? It just appeared overnight. I washed it, got it out, dried it, put it on, and there was a bloody hole in the middle of the front. It was really, really weird. Don't know where it came from, but yeah. No, the cats don't tend to do stuff like that for me. They just mooch around, but other than that, but there is actually something I wanted to talk about because I watched Halo season 2 episode 3 earlier, and I posted on Twitter. Uh, Let me share it. Can I share it? I should be able to share it, shouldn't I? Can't see the source page. Right, there we go. Window capture. Okay, there we go. Okay. You'll be able to see it once I make myself smaller. Alright, let's make myself smaller so you guys can see it as well. But yeah, this is what I posted. And yeah, so you can see what I posted. Okay, so I just watched Halo Season 2, Episode 3. More of the same crap. The first episode had fighting at least. Yet there's no improvement on the adaptation of one of the most loved game franchises. When will Master Chief do his thing? In the season finale? Question mark. And someone replied, they said, can a show only be good if it has boom boom pow every episode? I didn't complain about that. I was complaining about it being pretty bad, right? And then of course I had to reply. Of course, there can be a good show without boom boom pow, but this is Halo. It's supposed to be a show about an interstellar war with aliens. Not a poorly written show that makes me want to watch Starship Troopers 2: Hero of the Federation again. I hope there's people in here that don't actually like Starship Troopers 2, but Starship Troopers 2 was absolutely terrible. But I just thought I would bring that up because it's true. I'm not lying, am I? I mean, the season 2 of Halo was reportedly as going to be so much better than season 1, and at the beginning it was no better. I didn't say it was worse. I said it was no better. It's just if it's a show based on a sci-fi action adventure game like Halo, which is basically a first-person shooter, which became such a well-loved franchise, especially for Xbox, and they're just ridiculous at writing it. I mean, obviously, if you've seen my YouTube community page, the quote, the message I posted originally is actually just like a broken down version of my community post, and yeah. But what can I do, eh? Where else am I live? I should be live on Twitch as well, which it does automatically. I didn't do it specifically. It was just happened, so I might as well have a look anyway. But yeah, oh, look at that, my Twitch page, 3 followers. What a shame. I wouldn't normally stream these kinds of lives on Twitch. Oh, gold. These kinds of lives on Twitch. Sorry about that. I forgot it wasn't muted. It should have been muted, to be honest, but it wasn't. So yep, that's on there as well. So we've got everything going. Thanks, Steve. And I can't do that Steve video because I haven't set it up on Streamlabs yet. That's on StreamYards. And another thing is, if anyone subscribes or donates or something, it will show up in this corner in an alert box, which is cool. I'll give you a demonstration. There was someone that subscribed a while ago. Let's see if I can find that, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, okay. Eddie Fatherman subscribed 2 months ago. This is the first one that came up, so I think he was the first subscriber since I started using Streamlabs. I don't know, but this is basically what happens. There we go. I just thought I'd add it, that's all. No specific reason. It's nice to have an alert box. It lets me know when I've had a new subscriber or a donation. Also, if anyone donated, say, $10, it's set to actually read. It should have the text to speech, so you'd send a message and it'll actually read it out in a computer voice. I haven't figured out how to change the voice yet. It's like a little kid's voice right now, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, but like I said, I've got a goal of 100 subscribers by the end of July. So, wow, has it gone up to 78? Or did that do that as a result of me actually clicking that? It might be because I clicked that alert. I might have to reset it. Just check. No, it's 77. So I've got to reset the thing now. So I won't be doing that again. So I'll reset that. It's a bloody nuisance. Should have left it well alone, really, shouldn't I? What was it? It was month. So 7. There we go. It's reset. But I mean, hopefully I can get to 100 subs by the end of July. It's very doable. It's a few months away, so well, more than a few. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. What else we got? Let's have a look at X. Notification on X. What we got? Oh look, it was Steve liking my post. Thanks, Steve. Okay. So yeah, but like I said, I wouldn't normally stream a video like this on Twitch because it's not really the sort of thing Twitch is for. Twitch is mainly gaming, right? So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I haven't actually set up anything specific for this video because, like I said, it's just a hangout. But if anyone has any suggestions on what they want to talk about, go right ahead. I'm all ears. So yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, Bailey is going to be here next week instead of now. Should be here now, but my niece is ill, so haven't really had a chance to get him down here. So it's a shame, but no, he will be here. He'll be here next week, so that's good. Give me a chance to do some finishing touches. So yes. There was something that I read about recently. I can't find the article. Let me just have a quick look. Where would I put it? Oh, I'll tell you what. Shall we have a look at Madam Web? See how that's doing on Rotten Tomatoes, shall we? All right, let's have a look. Madam Web. Ooh. Wow. Let me just enlarge that because it's a bit small. Doesn't look like it's moved since last time I saw something about it. 13% on the tomato meter. Oh dear. Yeah, it is at breaking point. It is definitely at breaking point, Steve. It's annoying. But yeah, let me share that. Oh god, it's ridiculous. Where is it? There we go. Well, let me share this. I mean, can't see the Source. Window capture device. There we go. Not locked. Oh, let's shrink myself a bit. I mean, look at that. Seriously. Look. 13 on the tomato meter with 53% audience score. My God. I'm so glad I didn't get to go and see it. But I think I'm missing out on some pretty good videos. So if I had gone and seen it, I think there would be some good videos going out. But yeah. Jeez. Us. Oh dear. And it's performing better than Morbius did. Yes, Steve, I bet you will love it. I certainly bet you would absolutely love it. But I don't know. Jesus. This is so bad. So bad. Apparently I might also like the Black Widow. Carter. Wow. Jesus. Jesus Christ, that's ridiculous. How bad can a film be? You want to know how bad a film can be? Go and see Madame Web. Apparently, actually no. Wait until it comes out on streaming before you watch it, because it'll only help it the more people go and see it. So they will think it's such a great movie because people are going to see it, not because it's a failure, because people want to see a bad film. But it's fucking ridiculous. Oh dear. Is there anything else there? No. Bob Marley's at 43% on the tomato meter. One love. My God. Jesus. I can't. What's coming soon on here? Can't really see it that much. Wow. That's just terrible, right? And I've adjusted my frame rate. Keyframes are not being sent fast often enough. I've done that. I sorted that out. Why is it telling me that again? Output. Recording. No. Streaming. I've put the bit rate up to 8500, which is what was suggested. But for some reason, error. Can't see it. Often enough, which can cause buffering. Current keyframe frequency 8.3 seconds, not the ingestion. Errors can cause incorrect GOP group of pictures size. Ridiculous. Well, I'll have to figure out why it's doing that now. Oh well. But until then, let's carry on with this. It's not a serious error, I don't think. I think it's just a delay. Hey, David B. How you doing, pal? There's probably going to be a delay on this because it's come up with another error. Every time I use it, just got to get the settings right. Not choppy or anything. Well, on my stream, it's telling me that I'm still showing you what's on Twitter. which I did earlier. But that might just... Let me refresh YouTube and see what it says then. Because it could be the laptop that I'm using as my second screen, because that can actually be problematic. Well, that looks right. That looks right now. That looks all right now. But yeah, 20 minutes, 37 seconds. Yeah, I see that. The stream seems to be behind by about 10 seconds. That's annoying. I'll have to sort that out for the next one. Definitely have to sort that out. But yeah, I think 100 is a worthy goal to try and achieve by the end of July, isn't it? So if I reach 100, I might increase it to 150. But I think 100 is a good one to start with. See if we can get there. But is there anything else we can talk about? It's obviously this is just an impromptu, just a hangout. So let's look at variety. What we got on variety? Film. Ooh, Mean Girls surpasses $300 million on global box office. What a load of rubbish. My God. TV. You're talking about Twisters. It's similar to Twister in a way. I think it is. I think it's supposed to be a sequel, but we didn't need a sequel to Twister. But their version. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will actually. Let's look that up on IMDb. I think it will allow me to show it. Twisters. It should allow me to show it. Let's have a look. Here. It might show. Well, allow me to show it. Let's have a look. Let's put that full screen. Right, let's make me smaller. No, make me smaller. That's it. Okay. Let's have a look at this. The Queen Twister. That's creating all the regular twisters. Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? Get this on. I don't want to echo it by you hearing the trailer. Let's just make sure. Looks about right. Unmute. Put it down to roughly 25. Let's take it a bit higher. Let's put it a bit higher. Looks familiar.
Guys, whatever's in there, it's big and it's moving fast. Drive. Go.
You guys, whatever's in there, it's big and it's moving fast. Drive, drive. Who writes this shit? Is that the new Toyota Land Cruiser or is that an old one? It looks quite old, but this summer.
It's Tyler Owens. Calls himself the Tornado Wrangler. If you feel it, I said
Yeah, David, I mean, I don't know how a Minecraft movie will work.
Oh, she's perfect.
She's gorgeous.
You thought you could destroy a tornado.
We never had a chance.
Oh, so instead of launching those things up to find out how a tornado starts, this time they're trying to figure out how to kill a tornado. Right. You just get the flash and you run in the opposite direction, right? That's what they do in the Netflix series. They just run in the opposite direction.
You want one?
Wind turbine.
You don't face your fears.
I like the look of the tornado, though. It looks pretty good.
You ride them.
We got twins. Twins.
They didn't get that line from the first one, did they? We got twins! Twins! Are we going to have a cow? Another cow? Actually, I think it was the same one. Oh, we got a drone. Ooh. That's stupid. So from the looks of it, the rodeo is going to take the place of the drive-in theatre. Is that right? That's what it looks like, right? Twisters. Is that the same font as the first movie? It looks like the same font. Maybe the edges are a bit more broken, but it looks like a very similar font.
Was that it?
Nope.
Oh look, July. I think I have actually got that written down as a film that I will be going to see. Let's have a look in my little blue book. I have. When I wrote that down, it said July 19th. But then saying that, when I wrote this down, it said Madam Web was out on the February 16th, but it was actually out on the 14th, wasn't it? June Part 2 was supposed to be February 23rd when I wrote it down. It'll never be as good as when Bill Paxton was in it. That one of my favourite lines, one of my favourite quotes is, there was another Bill, an evil Bill, and I killed him. I love that. I love it when they're eating around that table, all eating beef, all eating huge steaks, which you would come to expect for America, having thick steak. Oof. I'd love to have that. Too expensive over here. Anything else on this video? So it's going to be available in IMAX. Should anyone be interested. Alright, what's this next one then? So the cursor is moving very slowly because of the laptop that is being used. Alright. Okay, so yeah. I don't have high hopes because they can't in modern day standards they cannot improve on the original. I mean, I know people are not going to like the fact that I'm going to attack Top Gun Maverick here, but Maverick was nowhere near as well made as the first movie. It just wasn't, in my opinion. The parts that were not CGI were obviously CGI, but other than that, the story wasn't compelling to me for Top Gun Maverick, and a lot of people probably hate me for saying that now, but it's true. I'll probably lose a sub, so I'll end up with 76 instead of 77. Just gonna have a look at the latest trailer. It was entertaining for sure. Yes, Steve, it was entertaining, but it wasn't a It wasn't as good as the original, but then it's very rare that a sequel will improve upon the original. It's extremely rare. I mean, even with Alien, Aliens wasn't better than Alien because it was a continuation. So I mean, but it's not no better. It's just as good, but for different reasons. Alien is great film because it's a sci-fi horror. So it's a different genre to the sequel. The sequel was a sci-fi action. No horror, really. So they were in two separate genres, and they were both great movies in their own right, despite being a sequel. But that's my opinion. Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, well, you could say that, but you got to bear in mind that when Lucas wrote A New Hope, or the original Star Wars, he was having he didn't believe in it, did he? He didn't believe in the first movie. But when he made the second movie, he knew with the success of the first movie, he had faith in it. But in the first movie, he didn't have faith in it. According to some interviews that he was in when it was first coming out. Because when Star Wars was first launched, wasn't George Lucas with Steven Spielberg on a holiday somewhere on an island? Something along those lines. I'm not going to bother with X-Men 97. There is a new trailer for Godzilla and X Kong though, which looks pretty good. Should we take a look at the Godzilla X Kong New Empire trailer? I feel that that'll be a good idea. Yeah. He didn't have as much faith in the first movie than he did in the Empire Strikes Back. And I think that is the sole reason why Empire Strikes Back is better than the original. Right, so let's get this set up for Godzilla X Kong. Right, let's make that big screen. I've seen reactions to it, but I haven't seen the actual trailer for myself. Obviously, they did show the trailer when they were doing it, but not for myself. I haven't talked about it or reacted to it myself. But the audio is better. Reset the volume, annoyingly. Right, let's have a look at this. I mean, I know that there are scenes in here where you can actually see what was the other monsters called? I can't remember what he was called now. But let's have a look.
For centuries, there was harmony. The Titans were the guardians of nature.
Mm-hmm.
And the...
What do you mean? I think they've also explained why he's. I don't think they've even I think they have confirmed why Godzilla is glowing pink. It's because it's kind of like the prototype evolution stage. Whenever he Monarch Season 2 hasn't been announced yet. It's questionable whether they will. I hope they do, because I mean they've only just led up to probably before Godzilla versus Kong, or have they already done that? I don't think they've gone up to the point of Godzilla versus Kong yet, have they? By the end of Monarch.
The great apes.
That was a good pause, wasn't it?
Humanity.
So here's the thing. Here's an interesting thing. Right, they've got the Kongs or the apes as the protectors of humanity. But I'm pretty sure they've referenced in a previous one that Godzilla is the protector of humanity. Even through the original movies, he was, although originally he was against humanity, but when the first Godzilla died and the young Godzilla took over, he became more of a protector of humanity than the previous iteration was. The second generation of Godzilla, he chose to help humanity rather than just attack them like the original. Oh God, what's happened here? Hold on a second. There we go. That's better. I can see it again. God damn it.
We've discovered a signal. She can feel it. Kong, Godzilla.
Got to do
they
something
can feel
now.
it too. Something is coming.
The
Something
screen
we've been
share
afraid of.
cancelled.
You feel like going for a ride?
Thought you'd never ask.
Try not to swallow your tongue.
Connecting. Missing it now. And again, missing it. Now what?
Is that a mini Kong?
Mini Kong! Right, I just need to do something quickly. Because something pear-shaped happened. Oh. Okay. Okay. That was weird. Annoying and weird. Right. Make you big again. There we go. That's better.
Oh my god.
That's not just a signal. That's a call for war.
I'm not sure about this, because I thought the Kongs were all killed off, right? So, is this a flashback? Or what? It's just, I don't know. It doesn't, I haven't followed the story, so to speak. Well, there hasn't really been anything to follow. Yep. The Scar King, I think they call the Red Ape. Forget the monster's name. I knew it. I know what it is supposed to be, but is it Shimu? I think it's Shimu, isn't it? I think Shimu is the name of the monster. Just refresh YouTube just to make sure it's still going. Yeah, I think it's Shimu. Shimu. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Shimu. Well, Planet of the Apes, they would come back negative. For reasons that I'm not completely sure of, but all in all, it's going to do more. It's going to do better than Madame Web, right? It won't be difficult. If it bombs as bad as Madame Web, then they're doing something wrong. But I think it is. It's Shimu. Shamu. I'll confirm that in a minute.
Kong can't stop this on his own.
I think that's another reason why they changed Godzilla's colour to pink or pinky purple, because Shimu is white. I think all of his stuff is white by the looks of it. So they, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So that's why I think that's why they changed the colours. Because when you first see when Godzilla is in the trailer, when you first see him in the trailer, he glows white and then goes into the water. Let's see if I can find it. I'm pretty sure it goes. He's glowing white before he goes in the water. God, this is annoying. Look at that. I mean, I think Legendary have done a good job with Godzilla. Yeah, see, that's Godzilla. So he's glowing blue, which is the color we know him to be. So when he turns purple, that's when he starts fighting. Well, I call it purple, but people are calling it pink. I think it's a combination. I think there's pink and purple there. It's kind of like Mace Windu's lightsaber. Is it pink or purple? I mean, come on, seriously. Where were we? Yeah, let's just go from here. Sod it.
The last time those two met up, it was almost the end of Kong.
They don't have to like each other. We just have to work together.
Now I have
Is that one of the? Was that Scar King's tooth? That's one of Scar King's teeth, right?
seen everything.
We've made some minor augmentations.
Oh,
Wait, I'm pretty sure. Isn't she from that Terminator movie? Is it Terminator Genesis? Is she from Terminator Genesis? Is it Genesis? I think it's Genesis, isn't it? That was the Dark Fate. Yeah, Is it Dark Fate? What was What was the latest Terminator movie? It was Dark Fate, wasn't it? And I think she was the one that was sent back in time to protect. What's her name? Wasn't she? At least that's who I think it is.
oh.
I'll check in the credits. Check her IMDb profile. But yeah, I do like the look of it. It's Godzilla, so I haven't seen a Godzilla that I didn't like. Well, except the 1998 one? That's the only one I don't like. It's good as its own movie, but it's not good as a Godzilla. Because it's not Godzilla. The TV show Atlanta. Well, let's have a look. I'm pretty sure that she is in Dark Fate. Let's find her info. Okay. I can't even see her on there. I can't even see her in the IMDb cast list. Yeah, Terminator Dark Fate, where they finally killed John Connor. Spoilers! Yeah, it was Mackenzie Davis, wasn't it? And she looks like her. That's how it feels. Two upcoming. No, it's not. I get the feeling that it was her, though. But it's not. Which is weird. But it looks like her. But then I haven't really watched Dark Fate in a long time either. Not that I would want to. It's not the best, is it? Yeah, anything goes. It's a nuisance, really. But yeah, we shall see. I mean, I think Legendary had done a really good job with Godzilla, to be honest. Not great. They've done really, really good. Yeah, David, I've seen it a few times, but I don't remember it. If I've seen it a few times and I don't remember it, then, you know, I feel sorry for anyone who does. Oh, we've got Damsel. Damsel looks terrible. I'm not looking forward to Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. It's a prequel to Fury Road, so we know what's going to happen to her. We know she's going to lose her arm. We know that she's going to survive. She's going to cut all her hair off. We know that. Now they're going to show us how she did it. How she did it. I think there is a new trailer for Planet of the Apes as well, isn't there? Kingdom, Planet of the Apes. Oh, yeah. See, that didn't change the volume. Why did it change the volume last time? All right, let's just check to make sure it's capturing the right window. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. All right, let's put this up and let's see. I think this is like this. I think it does actually say it's the second trailer, doesn't it? No. Yeah, it's the second trailer. See that? It looks like on the video, it looks like the cursor is moving absolutely smoothly, but on the laptop that is being used as a second screen, it's actually going like that. It's jerky. It's because of the Wi-Fi, I suppose. It won't work unless you use the Wi-Fi. You stick a cable in it, it won't work. Anyway. I am looking forward to this as well.
Familiar with the concept of evolution. In their time, humans were capable of many great things. They could fly.
You would think that if this is generations, they don't actually say how long since Caesar died, do they? So if this is generations beyond that, why are they speaking like that? Why don't they have the smooth speaking like we have? Because I think at this point humans don't talk, but the apes do. So I don't get. I mean, if this is generations beyond Caesar, when the apes were only just starting to talk, by this point, would they not actually be talking as smooth as we are, just like we do? It just doesn't make sense. But besides that, I'm still looking forward to it.
Like eagles fly.
I mean, look at the size of that eagle. Could you imagine having that on your arm? I mean, they weigh quite a bit.
They could speak across oceans. But now it is our time. And it is my kingdom. We will learn.
He must be a descendant of Caesar because I get he looks like they've used Caesar's model, right? Maybe a more refined version, but he looks like Caesar. Am I wrong?
Apes will learn. I will learn. And I will conquer.
I know when he talks, he sounds like Cornelius, doesn't he? If I remember rightly. Like I said, I haven't seen this trailer myself. I've seen someone do a reaction to it, and they just break it down a little bit.
Legend says ape and human lived side by side. Impossible as that may seem.
Why do they hunt her?
She is smarter than most.
Maybe he doesn't.
The elders did not tell us everything about this world.
Bend for your king.
Apes hunt humans. That is wrong.
I think maybe when I watched that reaction, maybe they altered it.
Together, you will die.
No, together, strong.
And if they're not using humans as slaves at this point, why are they hunting them? May 10th.
The best way to bring
Oh god, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that trailer. No thank you. No thank you. That's the trailer for Wicked. Yeah, it looks terrible. How many times can they screw up something that's been around for years? As many times as they want, apparently. Apparently the evil witch has glasses now. But yeah, so the evil witch has glasses in Wicked now. When am I going to finish Assassin's Creed Mirage? I'm not sure. I will be playing it again. I just don't know when. It's been a long gap in between playing, so I mean I haven't been playing it in the background. I haven't carried on playing it, so when I started doing the streams, I said to myself that I will only stream when I play, so I'm not playing it. Still haven't started it yet, David. It's quite a good game. It's a good game. Yeah, but all the videos I had on Twitch disappeared after a week of the final one. So it's annoying that they don't store the videos for longer than 7 days. But I think that's something when you get a certain number of followers and stuff. That's when it changes, isn't it? Which is annoying, but true. Let me just check the other platforms, see if I've had any comments. No. Nope. Not streaming on Rumble, but games seem to do better on Rumble as well than they do on YouTube. I certainly do. Let me refresh X and see what it says. I've had a few people viewing. Well, yeah, so. So I have to sort out YouTube, which is saying that there has been an error. Apparently the key frame rate, the buffering rate, maybe that's why. Maybe I should increase that to the same number as the bit rate. But drawback is I can't do that whilst I'm live. It won't let me. It won't let me. So I'll have to do that after. But yeah. Hey, Exodus Paddy. You're so stoned I can hear my hair growing. Okay. Fair enough. How you doing, buddy? But yeah. Well, just to hang out, just chilling. There's a link in the top of the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat. It's the Streamlabs link. If you fancy doing a donation, you're welcome to do so. Do it via Streamlabs. I do have merchandise available that you can buy one of these polo shirts if you wanted to. There's a Spreadshirt link on my main channel, and also a Streamlabs merchandise store, which I will be posting the links to as well on YouTube specifically. In fact, I might do that now whilst I think about it. If I was knowing me, I will forget. So let's have a look. There is somewhere. I think it was the last video I did it. Let's have a look. Yes, there it is. So I'll post the links to the merchandise stores. Just in case you fancy it. I need to do another horror movie review. Like Event Horizon. Did you like the Event Horizon video? I'll take it that you did. But yeah. I might do so. We'll do one. I mean, I did try and do an Alien one in the past, but I didn't upload it, so I might give Alien another go. Especially because we've got a couple of Alien things coming out. I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be quite popular. Because we've got Alien Romulus and the Alien TV show coming supposedly this year. So yeah, I've just posted the links to the merchandise stores. One's at my spread shop, and one is Streamlabs. Streamlabs, they give you the access to quite a good little shop. But spread shop is probably the cheaper option. But that's besides the point. So yeah, in the description below there should be the links to all the merchandise. Let's refresh this just to make sure YouTube is still doing its thing. Looks like it is. But yeah, it's good to see you again, Exodus Paddy. What was that Jason Momoa message? David B said, also find it hard to believe. Oh yeah, that was the Minecraft with Jason Momoa, wasn't it? I don't get how that's going to work. You talk about June 2, I can't see it because of the heart. Yeah, I'll be going to see June Part 2 in theatres. So I will be doing an out of theatre reaction and review. Just so you can believe me, I've actually got this brand new clipboard, which when I open it up, it has the paper in it. So I've got it all ready to go. So But I think I will do. I didn't do a reaction to the first one, so I think I will do a reaction to the first one as well. Drawback is, when I watched it, I thought it's good, but it's a little bit boring. Notes for the review. So when I go to the cinema, I'll be making notes whilst I'm watching it. And if I can't see anything because the theatre's too dark, I thought about that as well. See? A pen with a light on it. It's a bit bright, but I'm going to put some insulation tape around the tip just to make sure it's only the very tip that's lighting up. Because I don't want people complaining about a bright light suddenly appearing. Although, you know, they shouldn't be paying attention to me. They should be paying attention to the movie, right? So kind of notes would be something like how long before we see some action, certain lines of dialogue, and stuff like that. Basically, they're the type of notes. It's just that because I might not be able to remember everything that happened in the movie. It's just to write down the notes of what I think at that specific moment. Because I mean, on the way home, my thoughts will change about the movie because I'll be thinking about it, right? So the notes are basically to give me a guide, so that when I do a live review reaction to it, I can actually say, look, there's a certain amount of dialogue. You have to wait this length of time before something actually physically happens. That sort of stuff. Yeah, yeah, David, that's true. I think Jason Momoa in Dune was probably the best role he's had since Atlantis. I know a lot of people will be like, "Well, but he was he done Conan, he did this, he did that." He wasn't that great in it. He wasn't that good in that movie. It's like I was saying that I was going to do Aquaman, Frozen Empire. What was it? Frozen? What was it called? I think I've still got the yeah, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Hey, check that out. Thanks for the donation, Exodus. It's outstanding. That's the second, only the second time that's ever been played. The first time it was all over. Iron Maiden did a decent song about Dune. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's outstanding that, you know, to get a donation, it really, really gives me a boost. Because it shows that you're willing to support me to carry on doing what I'm doing. And it's outstanding because I think YouTube has a big problem with that sort of thing. Having to get to 500 subscribers before the audience can basically do that. But with Streamlabs, it gives you the option to give your donation, and if you can type a message and it will come up on the screen and I can read it out. But with mine, it's set. If you donated $10, it would actually text speech what you type. So anything you type, the Streamlabs will actually read it out. At the moment, it's set to a kid's voice, like I've said before, but I haven't figured out how to change it yet. So once I've changed it yet, I'm not sure what it's going to sound like because I don't know what voices they have access to. But yeah, I think Steve, that old Yorkshire Geek, you did it before you were my first donation, wasn't you? Yep. The spice must flow. Indeed, Exodus. I'm glad it's working as well. There was a bit of a problem when I first started using it. But yeah, it was outstanding. Yeah. So Exodus, that was my second tip or second donation. Thank you very much, buddy. It really, really gives you a boost. It really does. But yeah, I mean, I'm still a fan of the original Dune movies. That's the problem. It all has to basically. It does, I don't know. Was it Vladimir Harkonnen, played by Stellan Skarsgård, is heads and shoulders above all other characters in the 2021 version. Well, I mean, yeah, you can say that. You can say that. I think it's because I don't know why, but I just don't think it holds up to the original. So that old Yorkshire geek has got the 84 Dune in 4K. Wow, that's going to look outstanding. Still haven't not got around to watching it, though. Seen the film loads, just not the 4K version. That makes sense. Character will be huge in the new version. Yeah, well, here's the thing. If I remember correctly, isn't this not June? It's isn't it set up to be in 3 parts? Because I think there was originally something. The original was supposed to be in 3 parts, but they didn't bother. They didn't do it. They just made the 2 parts. Steve, you can confirm that, can't you? I mean, was Dune originally supposed to be in 3 parts or 3 movies? Was it supposed to be a trilogy? Because I think it was, wasn't it? Because I know that the new one is supposed to be having a 3rd movie. Well, have they confirmed that? I can't remember. Let's have a look. Dune Part 3. It's being teased. The Part 3 is being teased. The 84 Vladimir Harkonnen is a greasy bastard. Yes, he was. Dune Messiah. Yeah. Yeah. Because I think with the original, they decided, well, not the original, the remake, the first remake. What they did was they did the 2-parter. Then instead of moving along to the original Messiah, I think that's when they changed to Children of Dune, wasn't it? My bloody earpiece keeps sliding out. Why does it keep sliding out? Right, keep my head up. Now, if I keep it like that, maybe it'll stop. No, it's still moving. I can hear it sliding. I hate these things. You've not seen the TV ones, so you haven't seen Children of Dune. Okay. If that's true, then maybe you should take a look. Just saying. They're not terrible. They're not as good as the others, but, you know. Why is it saying I've got to manage my preferences? Reject all. I don't want trackers. Right, let's zoom this in a bit. What's the date on this article? I can't see the date. 27th of the 8th. So, yeah, last year on the 27th of October? August. So the 27th of August last year, Dennis teased that there's possible Dune Part 3. So, don't know if there's been any confirmation. There was a Variety article I just spied. I don't know when that was. Apparently, I'll bring this up because how old's this article? December 8th. I won't bother bringing this up, but I'll read it out. I'll read the title. Denis Villeneuve, is that right? Says June 3 script is almost finished, but for my mental sanity, I might do something else in between. So, the script is almost finished, apparently, according to that from December 8th. So, I don't know if there's been anything more recent. So, look, January, why June 3 is even more important than part 2. Screen Rant. January 19th. Why June 3 is even more important than part 2. I'll just go with the summary. June Part 3 is more important than June Part 2 as it explores the repercussions of Paul Atreides' actions and delivers the main message of the Dune saga. Yeah, because at the end of the second part of Dune, they always they threatened the Emperor, didn't they? And nothing happened after that. The completion of Villeneuve's Dune trilogy with Dune Part 3 resolved debates about the first movies, while the first movie's white savior narrative and reveal the true meaning of Paul's journey. Because he's a white man, isn't he? Right, okay. Adapting the later books in the Dune saga may be difficult. Well, not really. Just do what you've been doing, right? Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward come into it. And they start dancing around like Footloose. Where was I? Maybe difficult. But ending the series with Dune Part 3 protects the remake from the challenges of adapting complex storylines and maintains the faithfulness to Paul Atreides' story. Really? But if they're going to say that, the fact that they come up with the white savior narrative, I don't like the sound. Do you like the sound of that? The way that they worded that white savior narrative. Who wrote this? Is that Peter Mutuk and Tom Russell. I might have to have a look at some of their articles because that sounds a bit sus, doesn't it? So definitely sounds a bit suspect. Yes. It's an old article. It's on Screen Rant. I will do it. I'll post a link in the chat. If it will let me. Will it let me post a link in the chat? There we go. There we go. It will. There we go. There you go. That's the link to the original article if you want to take a quick look. It's fine by me. But yeah, I mean, it's old. It's from the 8th of December, I think. Was it the 8th? Sorry, January 19th, sorry. That was the other one. The previous one was from the 8th. But this one's from the January 19th. So it's a more recent one. I don't remember seeing any videos about it. Maybe they didn't use the Screen Rant one. But yeah. Hey, Andy. Welcome. Welcome. I can't scroll up in the chat for some reason. Okay, so yeah. Fun times. Check the other platforms. X. Twitch. And I know Twitch is normally a gaming streaming one. That's what it's built around, I believe. So I'm not expecting much from Twitch with this video. But if you could follow, that would be outstanding. If you can subscribe on YouTube, if you haven't already, that will be outstanding. And please do, hit that thumbs up, because it really helps us out. And gets the algorithm pushing us to a larger audience. So yeah, fun times. Apparently I'm offline on Twitch. Yeah, apparently Twitch is offline. Interesting. Refresh. Ah, Twitch is actually saying that I am offline. Interesting. Wonder why it did that. Okay. Twitch being Twitch, I guess. I don't know. It depends if I'm up, David. I might do. But yeah, Twitch is poo for anything other than gaming. Well, as soon as I'm not live on Twitch anymore, I'll close that. But yeah. So it's just YouTube and X. Seriously, you're showing this hangout as House of the Dragon? Really? Really? It's supposed to just be a hangout video, not a House of the Dragon prequel video. What the hell? Can I edit it while I'm still making it? But yeah. So it's just YouTube and X. I can't mute it. There we go. Mute it. But yeah. It is. It's supposed to be a hangout, not a bloody House of the Dragon prequel video. Annoying. Annoying. Why isn't it? I specifically changed it before I went live. It's annoying. That's real frustrating. The interesting thing is I can't sign into my own chat on Streamlabs because reasons. I don't know what reasons. The multi-stream is not really showing much. It's not showing Steve's messages on two. X is poo and all. Yeah, X is poo as well, but sometimes you get someone on X that says some silly things and you can get to have a debate with them about it. Hello, Amy. How's it going? Right. Well, what else can we talk about? What else is there? Let's go. I mean, there isn't much going on right now. What is the next cinema release? Let's have a look at the release calendar. IMDb, this is February 22nd, National Treasure live. Really? Is that live or live? It's live, isn't it? Demon Slayer. Wicked Little Letters. Memory. Hamlet. Really? June Part 2. Driving Mum. Sounds like a bit like Driving Miss Daisy, really, doesn't it? Imaginary. Nothing. Lisa Frankenstein. Not interested in that. American Society of Magical Negroes. Yeah, it made me say the N-word. But that's the title of the movie, so it's not me. And I've heard that that's supposed to be quite racist. How to watch The Walking Dead. The bloody heart is in the way. Kung Fu Panda 4. I mean, the others were fun, but I don't have much interest in that type of thing anymore. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, yeah, gonna see that. Monkey Man, nah. The First Omen, probably not. I mean, where is The Walking Dead over here? The Walking Dead is on Now TV. And where else was it? Where else is The Walking Dead? I can't remember. I know you can watch it on Now TV. I think if you're Sky member, if you're a Sky subscriber, you can get access to Now TV free, can't you? Godzilla X Kong, April 12th. I am looking forward to the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, though. I think that looks hilarious. That looks like it's going to be probably the best thing to come out this year. Maybe even the best thing to come out in years. But yeah, we'll see. Much Ado About Dying, really? It's on Disney Plus. The World Beyond is on Amazon. So is Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't remember that Walking Dead was on Disney Plus. Actually, there's a lot of things on Disney Plus I didn't expect to see. Let's open it up and I'll talk to you about some of the ones on there, because some of the stuff I used to watch when I was a kid is actually on there. Thanks to the Star Network thingy. The fuck? There's another Miraculous? Jesus Christ, Disney. Ugh. Oh yeah, the Netflix Marvel shows are now on Disney Plus as well. You got the Defenders, Deadpool, and that, which I suppose is good. Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. Just going down. Where are we? Sons of Anarchy. I used to love that show. Burn Notice. I watched that when I first found it. That's actually pretty good. Siren. I watched that when that first came out. The Orville. Love that. Alias. I remember. I've got Alias on DVD. I think I've got every single season on DVD. Lost. Not that I'd be watching Lost again. Well, the Ghost Whisperer. Was never interested in that. But AMC have Daryl Dixon, Dead City, and The Ones Who Live, but unavailable in the UK. Yeah, they're always unavailable in the UK. I always hated the fact that happens. I think it's ridiculous. Is that shitty War of the Worlds series that they came out with, which is nothing like War of the Worlds. True Lies, Prison Break, 24. Used to love that. White Collar, that was interesting to watch when you had nothing else. Good Doctor, that wasn't too bad, I suppose. Bones. NCIS, that was quite popular, but I never really liked NCIS. Los Angeles, I watched a lot of the Los Angeles one for a while, but I stopped after. I watched a bit of the Bates Motel, not much. Not much. I didn't want to ruin the movies, to be honest. What we got? The Mayans. I've watched the Mayans. It's not as good as Sons of Anarchy, but it's a good continuation of the universe. What else? Castle. Was okay, I guess, for a crime drama. I only watched it because of Nathan Fillion. It was Firefly, basically. It's the only reason I watched it. I loved Firefly. It's a shame that it only had one season. What else? Now we're coming up with most of the crap stuff. You know, Grey's Anatomy, I didn't like that. Have you ever watched the TV show Evil? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Criminal Minds, boring. These are just a drama series as well. NYPD Blue, Americans. I watched a bit of the Americans. They're Russian spies, by the way. Yeah, there's The Walking Dead. The X-Files. Steve, are you still here? Because I want to ask you, do you think that The X-Files should be in the horror section? Or the fantasy section? Just... the actor from Luke Cage is main block. Block or bloke? Okay. Both. Yeah, but does it though? But then a lot of things nowadays do cross genres, don't they? They shouldn't, but they do tend to. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's more comedy, really, isn't it, than horror? But because it's got vampires in it, it's a horror. Hills Have Eyes. Ooh. I prefer the originals, but I can understand why they remade them. American Horror Stories. Teen horror Buffy. Yeah, well, I guess I must have a different level of horror, of what is horror, to be honest. And I look like Elvis Presley. Well, thank you very much. Eddie Murphy walked in. Angel. Crap. Well, yeah, Dave. Wolfpack was okay. I think Wolfpack was okay. I think a lot of it was, to me, it was they weren't. It wasn't a. They weren't wolves enough. There should have been more wolf. If there was more wolf, then it would have been 10 times better, right? I mean, it is called Wolfpack. How often did they change into a wolf? I don't know. 2 or 3 times? Yeah, that's the thing. You know, the genres change. When they started adding sci-fi fantasy to everything, it was like, yeah, well, science fiction was fantasy, and you know, it's always been fantasy, but it's only always been its own type of fantasy, because sci-fi is only science that isn't proven, right? In most cases, Star Trek, it's science that could be achievable when we get to that level. Yeah, too busy talking shirts off all teenage. Yeah, angst. I was complaining about the heart, but if I look here, I don't have the heart in the way. So what was I thinking? I'm just not used to seeing the chat on the screen. That's all. Oh, they got 28 weeks later. Have you heard that they've actually started working on 28 years later? Did you know that? Because you know we had 28 days later, which wasn't a bad movie. 28 weeks later, which was not a good movie, but it was okay. But now we're getting 28 years later. Are we interested? Because I'm not. I watched the second movie and I was like, this is supposed to be 28 weeks later. Really? Why are the bodies still got flesh on them? Oh, there we go, see. Here we go, Steve. Here we go. So you prefer 28 weeks later rather than 28 days? Seriously? That's almost as bad as liking Rebel Moon, right? And I haven't got that Steve thing set up yet. Damn it. See, I don't like it, so Steve likes it. There we go. Mind you, you said you didn't say you liked it. You said you preferred 28 weeks later. Yes, it did fall off the cliff halfway through. The Strain. The Omen. They've got The Omen. The Omen. Well, they're not great. I mean, you got to think, when 28 Days Later came out, what did we have? Well, that was around the time when we had Resident Evil. And there were some other zombie movies coming out around that time as well, weren't there? So it was The Strain one of them? Did that come out at the same time? I can't remember. But it's like we have a big boom in certain type of movie in a short period. Well, back then we did. Nowadays it's all, if it's not woke, it's not going on. It's very hard to find a movie that isn't touched by the message nowadays. Pyramid was okay. I liked Pyramid. Let's get some information about that. The Pyramid was actually quite interesting. For 2014. Looks like Salem's Lot. Yeah, yeah, it was like Salem's Lot. Get it right. Stop twisting your tongue around. I mean, yeah, they weren't great movies, but at least they were good. Compared to modern day standards, they were good movies. I think so. Let's see if I can find some of the ones that I used to watch when I was a kid. Where would it be? Would that be on Stars? Would it be on Star? That's the one with him from the In-Betweeners in the Pyramid. Started out as a found footage and then they seemed to forget. Yeah, that's true. But it was actually a pretty good movie, I think. The Fox series was okay, but could have been better. Yeah, they could have been a lot better. I don't remember it. I mean, I'm sure I've seen it, but I don't remember it. Yeah, The Mist. I know what you meant. The Mist. The Fog was a different one. The Fog was that one where they had those pirates in the fog, wasn't it? And The Mist was based on one or all of the previous Mist movies. Oh, there's a mist coming down the mountain. Oh yeah, let's run away. There's things in the mist. Oh yeah, there was things in the fog as well. We started watching the Mist series, but never finished it. I don't think I finished it, to be honest. But that's the thing. They like to give you so much in a short space of time. Get as many films or shows that are similar to each other out. So they flood the audience with content, and that's what they're trying to do now. That's what Disney's trying to do with Marvel, Star Wars, and all that. They're trying to get as much out as possible, so that at least something will stick. But it's not working. Even Sony with Madame Web, it's not working. It's not working. But yeah. I can't even remember what the twist is. It's been a long time since I've even watched them. Let's see if I've found what I'm looking for. They might have them in the bingeable series section on Star. But I used to, yeah, there we go. Doogie Howser MD. I used to love that when I was younger. And they did a remake. Well, they didn't. They said it's not a remake, but it definitely is a remake. I'm surprised I haven't seen it on Disney. I mean, I did watch it because it was Doogie Howser MD. But they changed Doogie for a girl. They changed Los Angeles to Hawaii. And the girl was nicknamed Doogie Howser by the doctors in the hospital she was working at. And then they're trying to say that it's not a remake, but with Doogie Howser, whenever the episode was finishing, just before, he would always be typing on the computer, right? He'd be typing his digital diary. So he'll be typing it in, blah, 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 he'll be voicing over. And then when she was doing it, at the end of every episode, it was a video log, or a video blog, or whatever, vlog, or whatever you want to call it. But it was basically, that was her version of a diary, is to record what happened in the day, and then posts it online for everyone to see. But it's exactly the same. Every episode was the same as Doogie Howser from start to finish, except for certain things. But the story is exactly the same in every episode. Going through, it's exactly the same as the original. It's the same bloody script. Even the same bloody dialogue. In the original Dougie Hauser, the first patient, he died. You know, in the first episode, he loses his first patient. In the remake, it was she lost her first patient in the first episode. You're going to tell me that that is not a bloody complete, not a reboot or remake? It's just got this little link where they call her Dougie because it's fun. No. And who was Dougie Hauser in the original Dougie Hauser? Neil Patrick Harris. They don't make shows like that anymore. But there's stuff on here that I used to watch when I was younger. And more recent as well, but yeah. Alias. I mean, I used to love watching Alias. I used to love watching 24. And I found something out recently. I think I've mentioned it in another video. But there's a Fraggle Rock continuation. Back to the Rock. Or Return to the Rock or something. So, yeah. That's going to be fun. Not for me, because I'm too old. Fraggle Rock is for kids. And they're trying to bring it back for kids nowadays. It's not going to work. If the kids have seen the original, then yeah, it might work. But it's not going to work. If they haven't. If that makes any sense. Because it's basically it. But yeah. So we'll see what happens. On Apple TV Season 2 starting soon. Season 2 of... Ooh. X-Wing, a YouTuber on X. I think Halo Season 2 finally broke the diversity ceiling. Just saw blind gay black albino former Spartan complain about his husband doing the dishes on date night. Yeah, that's true. That happens. That is actually there. They actually did break it. And not only that, but the guy that plays the black albino is actually from what was it? Black Lightning. He was the bad guy in Black Lightning. He was like the Kingpin character in Black Lightning. Not Kingpin, Kingpin character. The Kingpin-like character. So yeah. Oh, Fraggle Rock. Season 2. Is it on Apple TV? The spin-off series was that Legacy, 24 Legacy. It was okay, but it wasn't the same. I mean, it just wasn't 24 without Jack Bauer. You know, it just really wasn't 24 without Jack. I still got an episode. I still got the new episode of yesterday's episode of Masters of the Air, which I'm actually enjoying. I laugh sometimes because it's not historically accurate. I suppose you could argue it's period accurate, but it's not historically accurate. Although I do like the fact that they do show that most times when they go on a raid, Most of them don't come back. But I mean, Exodus is more of a trapdoor, man. Cool. I'm hearing lots of good things about Killers of the Flower Moon, but it's not my type of stuff. Not my kind of show or movie or whatever it is. Movie. Is it a movie? Just check. Yeah, it's a movie. Is it? Yeah, of course it is, because Leo wouldn't make a show, would he? I am interested in Constellation when that comes out. I think that's this Wednesday. Wow. Yeah, that's this Wednesday. So this Wednesday, Constellation will be released on Apple TV, Apple Plus. The 80s show Nightmare. Do I remember that? I don't know if I remember that. I might have been too young. No, I don't remember it. Oh, wait, yes, I do. I do, actually. I remember that now. Yeah, that's where they had to put that horny helmet on. Horny helmet. Big horny helmet on, and they had to blindly go through with the other kids telling them where to go. I remember that. I remember now. Yeah. On a historic note, did you know that anytime they show Vikings wearing helmets with horns on, it's actually not accurate? Of course I do. Old boy. Class UK TV. Kind of like Grain Shield then. Or The Bill. Some of the stuff we used to watch in the 80s. I mean, seriously, The Bill. Even through the 90s. Although I didn't watch it that much in the 90s. I don't think that... Did The Bill last into the 2000s? I don't think it did it? I'm not good with music. There still really isn't much stuff on Apple, is there? You know what, there are some shows that I wish they carried on. Falling Skies and The Colony. You've seen those? Yeah, I will be going to the cinema to watch Dune Part 2. Yeah. Danger Mouse, yeah. Count Duckula. Yeah. Let me ask you if you remember this. Tailspin. Do you remember Tailspin at all? Hopefully I'm not missing many of these comments. You need that Madam Web review. Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy? I'm surprised to see you here, to be honest. I thought you'd be playing Star Wars Galaxies or something. Or Counter-Strike. It's not going to happen, buddy. It's not going to happen. There's no point. The ship has sailed on that. Although, if you had been here earlier, you would have seen that I did look up the ratings on Rotten Tomato. Yes, from the old Saturday morning cartoons. With Blue Bear, yes. Flying his little seaplane cargo plane. Seaplane. Oh yeah, Raggy Dolls as well. Yeah. But that wasn't sort of one that I would choose to watch. It would be the one I would watch in between the ones I want to watch. The Valley of the Dinosaurs, Hong Kong, Fooey, and the Banana Splits. Okay. No Wurzel Gummidge or anything like that. They say it's worse than Morbius. Yes, they do, Ben. Yeah. DuckTales weren't as good. Gummy bears and raccoons. Earthworm Jim. Ah, but what about Captain Planet? Ooh. Just talking about old bloody kids stuff now. Wurzel Gummidge was the biggest pile of shit ever put on screen. Worse than Super Gran. Yep. Oh dear. I realise in my later years that the only wrong with Claude, the French raggy doll, is the fact he was French. Yes, it's because he was French. Exactly. Interesting. I want to see if the ratings have changed on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know where Rotten Tomatoes is actually absolutely really bad. I don't even think it's changed. It's still at 13 on the tomato meter. Of course it's not going to fluctuate. No one's going to be watching it, right? No one's going to bother going to watch it, so it's not going to move, is it? 54% audience score. It's exactly the same as last time. Exactly the same as when I looked at it earlier. But we knew this was going to be bad before it came out. Especially considering that Dakota Johnson purposely avoided talking about it as much as she could. There were some times when she had no choice. But if she had a choice not to promote it, she didn't promote it. It's like that interview she did where she pretended not to know what the names of the three Tom Holland Spider-Man movies are. Shorty and the Wheelies. I mean, stuff I used to watch. I used to watch Mask. What else? God, there's tons of them. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, she didn't just fire her agents. She fired everyone. Everyone. She fired absolutely everyone for getting her in that movie. Everyone that she even... I don't blame her, to be honest. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure she could have just walked off set, right? Or, well, I suppose the contract would stipulate that you're not allowed to, I suppose. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if she thought it was going to be for a Marvel role. Wouldn't have been surprised at all. You're not the only one. There's tons of people saying that they think it's the worst superhero movie ever. But not just the worst superhero movie. It's the worst female superhero movie ever as well. Worse than Catwoman from 2004. That's the one with Halle Bailey in it. Halle Berry. I keep getting mixed up. I was saying about Halle Bailey, trying not to confuse her with Halle Berry, and now I've just done the opposite. I've confused. Ugh. Honestly, it's terrible. Let's have some cold coffee. Ugh. I mean, I never really liked the 2004 Catwoman. That's a good question. But let me ask you this. How often have you seen Dakota Johnson in a role since 50 Shades? What roles has she been in? I mean, I could quickly do a search on IMDb, but I don't think she's been in that many roles, to be honest. Yes, I know, Steve, because you like Halle Berry, don't you? I got it right that time. Catwoman 2004 won the Razzle Award. Worst film. I think they've got a new one here with Madame Web. I don't even know how long I've been going. It's nearly 2 hours, blimey. Hour and 57 minutes. And I had a few little problems at the beginning and about an hour ago. But since then, nothing. No problems whatsoever. Except for Twitch stopping the stream. But other than that, everything seemed golden. Still annoying that X has this live titled as House of the Dragon prequel when it's supposed to be live hangout. And just a quick reminder, at the top of the chat, there's a pinned link to the Streamlabs tipping page if you fancy donating to support us. That's helpful. That'll be helpful. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up if you haven't already, because it really helps us out. And I do have a subscriber count going, hoping to gain at least 100 subscribers by the end of July. So I've given myself until the end of July to reach 100. Then, if I haven't reached 100, I'll probably just keep it up. But yeah, just thought it'd be something good to have something there to keep going. What we got? Well, that's useless. I don't think anyone expected Madame Web to do any good anyway, so it doesn't matter. I wouldn't be surprised if she did go and get that award. Of course she would turn up to pick it up. I mean, it's part of her job to go and collect the award, isn't it? It's no matter to her whether it was a good film or not. If it's won an award, regardless of whether it's a good reward or a bad one, someone's got to go and pick it up. And Halle Berry's, I'm not surprised at all. Halle Berry did a sci-fi series called Exile, I think. She probably did, but could that be... Let's have a look. Halle Berry. Right. Oh, yeah. Halle Berry. Where are you? Typical. Right. Let's have a look. Hailey. So what was the name of Exile? Exile. Do you mean extent? Extant. That was the one where she was the astronaut, wasn't it? That's called extant. Probably the best thing she's done, to be honest. She played Storm in X-Men Days of Future Past. Not that that matters. Yeah, I saw Extant. It wasn't terrible. When did they make that? That was 2014, 2015. So, yeah. Don't think I need that anymore. Not going to be watching any videos, so I don't need to have the earpiece in. Yeah. So, well, she was in something that was outstanding in 2022, Moonfall. It was an outstanding movie. Outstandingly stupid. Honestly. John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. I don't even remember. It was such a huge part that you don't even remember that she was in a John Wick movie. To be honest. I can't even remember her character. Sophia, was that John Wick's sister? Can't remember. It was, wasn't it? Sophia was John Wick's sister in Parabellum, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. She was certainly something. She's got 5 things coming out. What have we got? She's in 5 projects. Maud v. Maud. Imaginative. Never Let Go. The Mothership. The Process. And The Union. The Mothership, The Process, and The Union. Those titles, they sound like they're going to be linked in some way to me. The Mothership. The Process, and The Union. What's the mothership? Is there any imagery of the mothership? Nope. No, not really. There's something, but Netflix 2022 movie. So it's a Netflix movie about alien abductions. Okay, on the look of it. Maybe. Who knows? Does anyone remember the sci-fi show Invasion from the 2000s? I do. I do. I think I actually bought the series on Amazon. I think Amazon actually had it available to buy. And I bought it. And I haven't regretted it. I haven't watched it. I haven't regretted it. I watched the first few episodes and then I stopped watching it because I had other things to watch. But it's not a bad show. Thing is, if I remember correctly, didn't it leave us in a cliffhanger as well? And what about what was the other one? The Triangle with Lou Diamond Phillips. I think they were around about the same time, weren't they? Let's have a look at the dates. Information. See, The Triangle came out in 2006. Go back. Go back. You're supposed to go back. Thank you. Invasion was 2006 as well, same year. Surface, yeah, I remember that as well. That was the one with the glowing creatures, wasn't it? Was that? No, that was Invasion. Surface was different, wasn't it? What was Surface? I can't remember Surface. Why can't I remember Surface? I can't remember Surface. I'm sure I will be able to. Is that the 22 Surface or that's the 2005 one, isn't it? In 2022 they did a movie, didn't they? Surface. A marine biologist, an insurance salesman, and a teen-aged boy find their lives fundamentally changed by the emergence of a new and often dangerous species of sea life. While, oh yeah, I remember that. That's where spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but at the end there's that big chamber. They built that big cave, and there's loads of people being stored there cryogenically, isn't there? That's that one. Because like these creatures, like they create sinkholes, don't they? And all the water, it does all that shit. Yeah, I remember that. In one place they'll create a vacuum and then drain water out, and then in another place they will spew out more seawater and cause storms and stuff. I think, if I remember correctly. I think that's the invasion is the one with the glowing creatures, isn't it? And Surface is the one with the glowing creatures. That's what I'm thinking of. NBCs. I did see that as well. I did see that. And that is available to buy on Amazon as well, if you fancied it, on DVD. Is there no digital copy? No, it doesn't look like it's got a digital copy. Or does it? No, it doesn't look like it. Nope. Wow. There we go. In Threshold, huh? Yeah, Invasion had the glowing worms, the glowing aliens in the swamp, but I'm pretty sure that in Surface, well, they didn't glow in Surface then. It was in Invasion. I get them confused because they came out around the same time. It's like with let's see, when did Surface come out? It came out in let's have a look. Surface came out in 2005, 2006, so they're all around the same time. So they were a bit confusing because they end up just scrambling together in your head. Not to say that they were bad. I mean, they were cheap TV shows for the sci-fi genre, weren't they? So, but I mean, there are some films that I would love to see remade as well. I know that they're supposed to be working on a remake of Them from, is it 53, 54? There's supposed to be a remake of that in the works. There is a Them from 2021, but that's not the same. I mean, of them, yeah, 54. I mean, I liked it. I wish there was a coloured version of it, and I seem to remember there was a coloured version of it. Because I remember them driving the jeeps in the sewers, and I remember them being green. I specifically remember them being green. I remember the ants being black. I remember them. I remember the colours of the uniforms. So I can't remember where I saw it. I saw it. I know I saw it. I almost swore there. Not that it matters. But yeah, I'd love for them to do a remake of them, as long as they don't screw it up. You know, there are so many classics that I would love to see a remake. I'd love to see a faithful remake of the War of the Worlds, the original, not the Tom Cruise version. Yes, Steve, I said Tom Cruise. You'd like to see a third part to the thing. What's this, Steve? Look at what this is. Okay. Archive.org. Detail. Them. There we go. I just couldn't remember it. I tried finding it for a long time, but you know, it was difficult to find. But hey, trust Steve to know where to look. It's frozen. Oh, yeah. The laptop froze, so the second screen froze. But yeah. Not that I need the second screen open anymore. Or on. I'll just shut that down. I don't need that now. But yeah, let's start closing some of these pages. I don't need them. But yeah, there's just quite a few. I mean, them I'd love to see a remake. I'm going to actually bookmark that link that you sent, Steve, because I want to see I'd love to see it in colour again. That would be outstanding. It's a shame you can't download it though, isn't it? Colorization was awful, according to a reviewer last year. I've watched an old 3D movie with one red and one green lensed paper and plastic glasses. It's a shame because it can be done so much better. Yeah, that's because they were colorizing the original film, weren't they? They could only do well with what they were working with. But there are so many classics. I mean, was it Phase 4 that they were doing a remake of? It is Phase 4, isn't it? The ants that change colour depending on what colour the stuff was that they put on them. Like every time the ants evolved, they would spray a different type of chemical on them, which was a different colour, and then they would eat that and they would absorb that, and then they would come out and they'd be a different colour. I always thought that was fascinating, because I think that would actually happen, because it's all to do with the food source. So I think that would actually be interesting to see a purple ant or something. Yes, I said it, a purple ant. But there are so many things, especially from the 50s and that I'd love to see remade. We really are. Like a faithful modern remake of something like, I don't know. Um, um, yeah. You think this is just getting a restoration for Phase 4, is it? That'll be a shame. It won't mind. I say that. I don't mean it'll be a shame as in it'll be a shame to color just to colorize it. It's a shame because we're not getting a remake. Because it will be interesting to see what they do with it. Because obviously a modern remake is just a readaptation of the original story, so it's never going to be the same. Not 100% the same anyway. But yeah. It's a shame they won't let me change the title of this stream because it's not meant to be House of the Dragon. Wow. What else is there? Hey, Windgrace, are you here? Hey, Windgrace is here. How you doing, bud? Yeah. So we've been streaming for nearly 2 hours and 20 minutes. Incredible. 2 hours and 17, but I'm just saying. Just rounding it up to the nearest 10. But yeah. Yeah, if you're watching this on playback, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like. It will seriously help us out. There is links in the description below to the merchandise stores, both through Streamlabs and through Spreadshirt. There's also a link to the Streamlabs tipped or page where you can tip or donate to support the channel. Any messages you type whilst in the donation, then they will be read out either in the next video or the next live. But please, the most important thing you can do is hit that thumbs up, guys. So please do so. Who got spanners? We got spanners? You got spanners? Yeah. Yes, you have spanners because I made you both moderators, because why not? So yeah. Yeah, so next time I will hopefully have sorted out this error alert. So I need to increase the, I suppose it's the buffering bit rate, I guess. Alright. Doesn't that also depend on what country you're in? If you're in England, they're spanners. If you're in America, there'll be wrenches. Because we don't use the term wrench, do we? in the UK. So someone mentioned earlier that Chillin was streaming tonight. What time will he be streaming? I wonder. Let's have a look. Chilling in the basement. If you didn't know who I was on about. Yeah, there's a notification there. Chilling in the basement. I can't see a live setup for tonight. The last stream was 6 days ago, so huh. Is anything in the community? Subnode. I mean, that's 6 days ago. He hasn't said much or anything since 6 days ago. So, well, I hope he's all right. He was going to do a video, but he couldn't be bothered. I get that sometimes. What's that? 2 a.m. UK time. Yeah, he usually has a stream set up, so 2 a.m. UK time. It's a bit. I might still be awake. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He's probably at work, isn't he, right now? Because depending on where he is, it's the afternoon or the early evening, isn't it? So I don't know where. I can't remember where he is. Is he in California? I can't remember. No, he's not in California. No, he's not. Is he? Where is he? I can't remember where he is. Where is he from? I can't remember. Hmm. I keep meaning to ask him to join us for a live, but I just don't get round to it. Chilling in the basement. Is it Aaron? Aaron. Arum. Where did I get Arum from? Arum. Where did I get that from? Detroit, Michigan. Detroit. What side is that? The city of Detroit, Michigan. Oh, I see. So yeah, if he's in Detroit, then he'll be pretty much New York time. So it'll be pretty close to. He'll be pretty close to New York, wouldn't he? In comparison, so it's not even 6 o'clock there. It's like coming up to 5:30. So, don't know what time he works till. Don't know too much about him, to be honest. Joined him a few times, but in the chat and in his videos, but really, it's usually too early in the morning for me, to be honest. 2 in the morning or 2 a.m. But yeah. Going back through the chat because I thought that I might have seen Laura or. No, I don't think so. I haven't seen Laura or Shelley. Not tonight. But I'll be on Sidetrack tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what they'll be talking about. But yeah, just a general stream. I think Jay said that Madame Web might come up. Or Halo. I think it was Madame Web. Let me check the message actually. Oh no. Fantastic Four may come up. Yeah. So I'll be over there tomorrow. I'm assuming that it will be 5 o'clock. I'm assuming. But yeah. Yeah, so guys, if there's anyone here that hasn't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. I'm hoping to reach 100 subscribers by the end of July. That would be outstanding if you could, and if you haven't hit a thumbs up, please do. Is he going to do it though? Is he going to do the 16 hours? Yeah, from what I understand, it's supposed to be a 16-hour live stream, right? It's supposed to go for the full 16 hours. Because we were saying it whenever they've spoken about it, I've been in the chat and I'm pretty sure we were saying about maybe coming in and joining him to keep him going or something. Down to Friday at 7 a.m. Okay. I've missed a few of the videos that he's been doing, so because I've been busy doing things, but yeah. That will be cool. But yeah. 2.5 hours nearly, guys. Jesus. And thank you, Exodus, again for the £5 donation. That was outstanding. Thank you very much. The spice must flow. Now, I'm looking forward to June 2. June Part 2, actually. Going to see it in a theatre anyway. But I think I might have to do a June Part 1 video just to do it. Because I don't think I did one. Did I do one? I don't think I've done one. I'll have to check my library. I can't remember. I don't think I have. He's also done a poll for how many trips to the loo. Well, you would think that for a 16-hour stream, he'd have a commode or or a catheter put in. And we do keep saying to him, you should get one of each, or either. Butt plug wouldn't be the right way to go. Oh, how did that butt plug thing even start on Sidetrack? I can't even remember. I remember someone mentioning it, then I mentioned it after that, and then all of a sudden it became a thing, didn't it? Partly my fault because I re-mentioned butt plug. Yeah. Wind Grace, I know you should do some more. You should do some lives, buddy. You should do some lives. To do a live read through of your comics or something. Well, if it's just doing the live stream, then I don't think it would be a problem. If your computer can manage recording the video, then I'm pretty sure it'll be okay with streaming it, depending on what you use. StreamYards is pretty good for starting out. Streamlabs is quite complicated, so I don't think Steve will do very well with Streamlabs. Although, Steve, did you used to use OBS or Prism? I think you used to use OBS, didn't you? The thing about Streamlabs is it's based on the OBS platform, so if you can use OBS, then yeah, if you can use OBS, then you can actually use Streamlabs. There's just a lot more you can do with it. I'm still figuring it out, but yeah. Still do for recording videos, yeah. StreamYards is good for streaming, though. I mean, it's not overly complicated on StreamYards, is it? Yeah, it is useful and free, but I find that for me personally, Streamlabs seems to be a lot better for this type of stream. I will still use StreamYards for different things. But I'm leaning more towards this than StreamYards. So I think StreamYards I'll be using just mostly for recording certain videos. Like I won't just load up Streamlabs just to do say a trailer reaction or something like that. So I'll use StreamYards for that. But it gives me the option to use StreamYards to do it live. I can do it on here fine. It's just I think Streamlabs is overkill for that type of video. Specifically for the recording, anyway. I mean, for instance, this 2 hour and 33-minute long video live stream is also being recorded on my desktop, so it's taking up room. But it's the same as StreamYards, where you can download the whole thing after you've done it. But I don't even know where this is actually going to be saving to. Would it be in videos? No, it probably won't save until I've end the stream, which probably won't be too far from now, actually. But yeah, OBS. I started out with OBS, but because my computer was pretty bad, it's nothing. This one, the one I'm using right now, is about 10 times more powerful. The one I've got now is a quad core 3.8 processor. So it's got the quad core, so it's got a lot more cores. It's practically the same as the previous one, but the other one had it was dual core, and I think that was a 2.4 dual core processor. So it wasn't very good for using OBS, but it was okay with Prism. Because Prism spread the usage across from the processor to the GPU or the graphics card, which it used to split the use, and it used to be a lot easier, a lot better. But this one is actually working better with OBS now, and now I'm using Streamlabs. I don't need OBS. I don't even know why I've got it installed on my computer anymore. Do you get paid as extras? I think that'd be a good question, wouldn't it? That's a good question. Do you get paid as extras? But I mean, I think Streamlabs is the way to go when you get to a point. Just having access to the tipping page is a great help. And benefit, to be honest. But, yeah. Hey, look, I've been here for over 2.5 hours and I haven't had to go to the toilet. In fact, I'm still drinking the same bloody coffee. Yeah, I bet you have. That's all right for you. I'm on a live stream. I have to try not to get up and do things as much as possible. But, yeah. Yeah, so what do you think of the new logoed polo shirt? I think it's actually pretty good. Actually, it's actually a lot bigger than I was expecting. I thought it would be a bit smaller. That's a good point, David. That's a good point. You got a good point. You don't know what goes on down here. See what I mean? You don't know what I'm doing. Just scratching my leg, actually. But yeah. It's if you hear something like this. That's when you've got to be concerned. That's when you get concerned, when you can hear that noise. Which is actually just me doing that. Which I got from Pump Up the Volume, which is a Christian Slater film where he runs a pirate radio station and he's getting chased by the FCC? It's actually a pretty good film. Pretty good film. I think back in the day, a stream like this would have been considered a pirate broadcast. It would have been, wouldn't it? Under the old regulations before streaming came along, this would actually be categorized as an illegal television broadcast. One of those vibrating chairs. No, I don't. I have a creaky chair, which is actually just a deck chair, because I'm too cheap to go and buy a new chair for the desk, for the computer. I was playing music. Yeah, but what kind of music? What kind of music? Oh dear. Wow. 2 hours and 40 minutes. I don't know. Is this the longest stream I've ever done? I think it might be. I think it might be the longest stream I've done. There's supposed to be that in it. Well, I can't remember a bloody symbol. Anything but jazz. Okay. Okay. But no, I'm not going to play any music because copyright. You'll get me demonetized. Oh, wait. I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter. But then I'll have to take the volume. I'll have to cut the sound from the video, which would be annoying. I do actually have quite a musical family. I have family members that are pretty good with the guitars and stuff. I wish I spent more time with them. I might have learnt to play a guitar. Which reminds me, at some point I have to start learning to play my ukulele. To be honest, it's a bit too small for me. I'm too broad for it. I didn't say fat. Because I've got the little one and it's a bit too small. I've actually converted it to a left-handed one so I can strum it with my left hand. Because I can't play a guitar with my left hand because I broke my arm when I was younger. When I was about 13, I think I was. I was 13, I broke my arm, and I'm left-handed. Here's a funny thing. When I went back to school, because they forced me to go back to school because apparently a broken arm is not a good reason to skip school for weeks at a time. So they sent me back to school, and I got put in detention the day I went back because they said I wasn't writing properly. Because my writing hand was in a cast. Fucking school. Yeah. I broke my arm in 6 places. There. Well, got both bones here, here, my elbow and my shoulder. Great fun. Didn't feel a thing. Guy 2 beds down, broke his arm. 1 place, bawling his eyes out for 3 days. Me, I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with him? My arm was basically worse than his, and he was screaming his head off, and I was just like, what? And that's another thing. I can't physically grip a pen or a pencil properly with my right hand to write. It's the only thing I can't do with both hands is write. Everything else, within reason, I can do with both hands. Sometimes all at once. Just saying. But yeah. Great fun. Great fun. Right. I think I'm going to have to call it there, guys. It's been nearly 2 3/4 hours, so I think I'm going to have to call it there. I could, but I'm not going to demonstrate, because that would just make me look fucking silly. Can you do it? Do it in your next live stream. Yeah. You think I'm data? Oh dear. Yeah, so I'm going to call it there, guys. I think 2 hours and 45 minutes is going to be long enough. So yeah, David B, I'll probably see you in the chat tomorrow on Sidetrek. Steve, I might see you there as well. And Steve, I think you're doing a stream tomorrow night as well. At 9 o'clock, I think, are you? I can't remember. And Win Grace, yeah, go and subscribe to Win Grace and That Old Yorkshire Geek. They do some great work. And yeah. They do some really good videos, actually. They really do. They live stream regularly. Well, Win Grace doesn't, but Steve does. Yeah, there we go. Steve, That Old Yorkshire Geek, is doing a live news stream tomorrow at 9 PM UK time. So go check it out tomorrow. So yeah. And Win Grace, you do some great comic book stuff, which is really cool. And he Has Quantum Leap finished yet? News. Has Quantum Leap finished yet, Windgrace? Season 2? Because that's what you've been doing recently, isn't it? You've been doing the... Okay, yeah. So, finishes with 2 episodes this week. Okay, so yeah, go and check out Windgrace's videos when they drop and subscribe to them. And until next time, guys. Before I go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like, share it wherever the hell you like. It really helps us out when you hit the thumbs up. Even if you just hit the thumbs up, it really helps us out. But hit the subscribe, hit that like. And yeah, until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, and may the Schwartz